Yo, I said, who can it be? It's cause of the love. Take him to the tower, take his head off for pissing me off. I said, who can it be? It's cause of the love. Take him to the tower, take his head off for pissing me off. Yo, I said, who can it be?
Yeah, just a quick one, really. I know I keep saying that. No, but this ain't funny. This is not funny. Yeah, and this is just like a message to the youth and that. Yeah, because I know how this one goes. You know how this one goes? I'll tell you. Look, there's 13 men involved in this. Believe me, 13 men weren't meant to go there. It's not how these things work. There's 13 men. There's probably certain of them that was there, and we're all congregating, or we're all within reach of each other by phone calls, and we ain't got really nothing going on in life. You might have a family. If your family's not that important to you, a man can just phone you and you run out on the street. Or if you ain't got a family, there's fucking bare junges, sleeping with junges, I should say. Yeah, you can just get called that way because it's not important. Do you know what I mean? This is a case of idle people chilling out, and then the devil calls and everyone goes running. Do you know what I mean? And what I found out on the street is not every money's good money, no matter who's showing it. So yeah, this is sad because like a lot of people have got life or prison, and families and friends are hurt, and yeah, and R.I.P. Mr. Peppage. No one deserves to die like that. It's over a bit of weed and that. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Only people I really feel sorry for really is Mr. Peppage, because he didn't deserve that. Them other guys, they just wasted their life. I can't really feel sorry for them. Do you know what I mean? But this is a message to the youth. Find something to do, whilst other people will find things for you to do. Trust me. And it could be life-changing. Never coming back. Never coming back from shit like this. So yeah, big up. Who wrote this again? So big up Density Times on YouTube. Does a lot of good work, very thorough work. He's very efficient. he's on the button every day. But yeah, big him up. And also, yeah, there's a few stories in there. There's a few things, but just watch this first. We get back to it.
So guys, in this next news story, 13 members of a criminal gang have now been convicted for their roles in a Tunbridge Wells robbery, which led to a man being brutally murdered. The men were all linked to a plot to steal cannabis plants from a house in Cayley Road, where they were challenged by Jovan Pepaj, who was fatally stabbed. Kent police were called to a disturbance at the address during the early hours of the 4th of December 2021. Attending patrols found cannabis plants discarded along the road and leading up to the house. A locked metal gate from floor to ceiling initially prevented officers from accessing the upstairs of the building where Mr. Pepaj had been left suffering multiple stab wounds. Access was secured by fire crews and the 25-year-old victim was declared deceased at the scene. I just want to say rest in peace, Mr. Pepaj. And my condolences. The case was split into 2 trials at separate courts. The first trial was held in Loughborough and it was followed by, on the 18th of May 2023, by a sentence at the Old Bailey and resulted in the following verdicts. Kieran Stewart, was 20, from Essex, was found guilty of murder. He had previously admitted conspiracy to robbery and he was sentenced to imprisonment and will serve a minimum of 26 years. Kelvin Amawaku, is 18, of Ilford. He was found guilty of murder and conspiracy to commit robbery and he was sentenced to life imprisonment and will serve a minimum of 22 years. There was Bartosz Malowski, who's 28, of Croydon, was found guilty of murder and conspiracy to commit robbery. He was sentenced to life imprisonment and will serve a minimum of 22 years. Nathan Rainforth, who's 22, of Essex, he was found guilty of manslaughter and conspiracy to commit robbery and he was sentenced to 7.5 years. There was Dante Simpson Palmer, who's 19. He was found guilty of manslaughter and conspiracy to commit robbery and he was sentenced to 6 years. Charles Riley, who's 28, of Essex, was found guilty of conspiracy to commit robbery and he was jailed for 10 years. And Mohammed Mia, who's 26, from Essex, he was found guilty of conspiracy to commit robbery and he was sentenced to 6.5 years. So the prosecutor, during the...
Hello?
Not
We can knock in the house, police. We need police.
Okay, where are you?
They got a gun.
Okay, where are you?
I don't know where we are, please.
Okay, I can't send police if you don't know where they are.
I don't know where we are.
Okay, are you on a road?
No, we're in a house.
Okay, do you know what road the house is on?
No.
Okay, can you look on your phone for me and see on the map?
I have no idea where we are. Please.
Okay, I can't send police to you unless you tell me where you are. Open your phone and see if you can get up a map.
Should I get the police to come here? Wrecking Road, please. They got guns.
Okay, I need you to tell me where you are.
Are you not getting that? Seven.
What's happening? Hello?
They're going to kill him.
The prosecutor said the gang arrived at the house in a convoy of cars in the middle of the night, determined to snatch a valuable crop of cannabis plants. The prosecutor said this was a small, obscure house in a town in Kent, and yet it was correctly targeted for what it was, an attack by a large group of men from many miles away in another county. Mr. Pepaj made a brief call to his associate who turned up at the house 10 minutes later in 2 cars. The prosecutor said the ingredients now existed for a serious violent confrontation between members of 2 organised crime groups, the cannabis growers from Kent, who arrived in 2 vehicles, and those raiders from Essex who were still in the house. He said that the Albanians were unable to get past a locked gate which had been installed at the top of the stairs to protect the cannabis grow. Mr. Pepaj was trapped behind it with Amoko, Stewart and Molsauki. After stabbing Mr. Pepaj, the 3 of them jumped out of an upstairs window and made their escape from the Albanians and the police. The prosecutor said a few minutes later, Amoako sent a Snapchat message to a friend in which he said, "I've just basically killed someone."
For right now, man's in the mood. I'm just out to just basically kill someone. Yeah. And there's alcohol out there looking for me right now. I don't know what I am. I'm probably gonna die tonight, but I love you.
After listening to that, you could see how messy it was, and I don't even know how to describe it, but so what I'm hearing now is, so this guy has got to grow. These people have turned up at his house, and then they turn up at the house. They turn up at the house, so he's phoned his brethren. His brethren's come. Saw these guys weren't playing no games, and phone boy them. I'm confused. Can someone make... I don't know if I'm getting something wrong or I'm missing something, but... And if you need to watch the whole video to get more context, go through it. It's, like I said, it's Gangster Times on YouTube. But I'm confused. How are you coming to defend your crop and then phoning boy them? I'm confused. But yeah, you see what I'm saying though? This is the same kind of people that would be online saying, F the police, F the police, F the police. But they're seeing their brethren and their grow about to go, and they've want to phone police. I'm confused. But like I said, my message is about the youth them, and RIP to Mr. Pepaj and condolences to his family, and I hate that. Peace.
Like you're talking about. Mm-hmm. They like the idea, but
they like Tony Montana, but when Tony Montana comes
when he's in their yard,
comes with their sister now. Man's looking at Tony Montana different. But
conversely,
but they've been acting like Tony Montana all week.
Because it challenges their thing.
The energy, the vibe, the clothes, the vibe, the music.
Yes.
Ooh. And then Tony Montana comes in the house.
You don't want nothing
in love with their daughter or their sister.
Yeah.
And now there's a big kerfuffle.
Yeah.
So what is that?
That's
what it's like in the culture as well.
There's a side of it, like I say to you, that a lot of people don't live it. Like I say, they won't live it out as well.
Is it mental health?
I think it's definitely mental health.
It's more entertainment.
Yeah,
it's more entertainment.
Yes.
And this is what it is, because it is glamorized and has been glamorized through films. People want access to it, but they want access in a limited way. Now, I've seen violence up close and personal. I have committed some small levels of violence, and I have also experienced on one occasion violence. Now, if I had been a victim of it a lot of times, I'd be like, but I've experienced it once. And the once that I experienced it, I totally allowed it to get somebody away from somebody. But it's not nice, is it?
But there's some gangsters that are not violent.
No, 1 minute. So, no, not all gangsters are violent. But here's the thing.
No, a real gangster is non-violent.
Yeah.
Because you know
it's not necessary.
Yeah.
It's not necessary.
It's just the inference of
thing
violence.
is, listen,
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah.
we need to
However-
think to work whilst violence will be displayed.
However,
Exactly.
That's his
fine.
thing. I don't really want to display it every day because it don't make things
Yeah,
work.
and
No.
that's why I feel like
Well, I
You
mean-
would hate me and I would hate you.
Can I make a request?
Yeah.
Because I always talk about definitions, and when I talk about definitions, I'll ask what a man's understanding is. So, in the definition of a gangster, let's separate gangsters from people with mental illness now.
we had that.
Because remember, let's have that conversation first.
Is that you lot
So
had
that
that
we.
now?
We did it.
No,
Oh,
I'm
we
saying
did.
let's set the stage for what a gangster is.
Yeah.
Because
Sometimes gangsters in certain countries can protect communities.
Yeah.
But this is my point now. So what I want to do is I want to separate people who are mentally ill, because there are people who are mentally ill who do things, and people say, "Oh, he was a guy." I say, "Nah, he was always a nutty bunny." I
but
said,
you know where
because
his
you
real
didn't
police-
know he was a nutty bunny, because you were shook of him. I was never shook of him. I was seeing who was there. He was a nutty bunny. That's why he did the things that he did. Don't conflate that with being a gangster, someone who was going out to mash P based on the inference that he was going to do damage to somebody.
But mash MP and just being violent, that's two different things.
Now that's my point,
But
and
some
that's why
people-
I said
but
let's
there's some
separate
people that have
from.
both.
It's different. Yeah,
There's some people that have both though.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
That have both.
Yeah.
So how do you differentiate them from the other ones?
And do you know what I feel like with the gangster thing? Yeah, people feel like they're gonna be able to choose. They're gonna be able to make a name for themselves. And I've always known that the people that try to make a name for themselves never make a name for themselves.
But do you know why?
Do you get what I'm saying to you?
But do you know why?
No,
Because they're victims,
No, they're not only that. I feel like who.
and they think they're predators, but they're not.
No, people. This is my point. So you see, like the people that even have like a little rapport about themselves. There's a reason. Sometimes God's got a journey for them.
Yeah.
Sometimes God's got a journey for the influence, and that you see that I think Q's one of those people. Like
Definitely.
with his story, there was a journey. There's another journey of influencing and saving.
But God's giving me that because He knows my heart.
No, but this I'm saying that.
Do you know what I mean?
But you see the same way people know about you. There's certain people that may have done worse than you, and they're always trying to come and tell me, "Oh, if you think his story is mad, you hear this story, or you
And that's not it.